Hi, Gemini. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do your August 2019 general reading. Thank you for being patient with me. A lot's been going on, a lot of big changes, and it is what it is. These messages come out when they need to, right? So I'm not going to feel bad or feel guilty. And I think that's kind of the point in your song too. So if you are new to my welcome, and if you are my vibe tribe, you know I love you. Hey, Lachey. And if you resonate with my energy or these messages, make sure to give this a thumbs up. Charlie, sir, come here. Come here. If you resonate with me or these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know how it resonates with you. And if you feel like someone might need to see this, please send it their way. So, hey, Sherry, how are you? So, yes, me and Charlie are live today, and we're just finishing up these generals, and, I'm just going to have fun with it, guys. Yes, he just wants to know we're here. He likes to be close. So, how we're doing it this month is going with angel numbers and songs. So I'm putting all of it together and just channeling whatever needs to come through for each sign. Hey, LV. I will say that my throat's feeling a little bit scratchy, so there might be some, stuff around communication this month too, but like I was trying to write everything down from the angel number and I just couldn't keep up with all the messages. Yeah, girl, all day long. So the more aware you become, the more you're going to see these things. And it's actually funny because my best friend, Christian, she's a Gemini. And if it weren't for her, I would have never I don't know how long it would have taken me to realize, angel numbers, but she's actually the one that opened me up to them and is the reason for me finding 1016, which is part of my email and everything else that's associated to Whispers of Grace. It was my very first angel number and I will never forget it. So, hey, Gemstone. Yeah, for real. So it is just a fun and exciting way to let y'all know that these are how messages come through, and piecing them together can make a really beautiful message for you. So now you get to see how I do it for myself too. So the number that you got was 141. And the song that you received is Sublime, which this is my favorite song, guys. Every time it comes on, it just gets me. But what I got, right? So, it's really important that, if you haven't heard this song, which would be kind of surprising, but, who knows? No one, not everyone listens to Sublime, but I love it. And they're actually one of my more favorite bands. But anyway, enough about that. This song is it just wraps everything up around kind of what we do, as light workers, as empaths and sensitives. And, it just goes to show too, when you try to live a more easy, free flow lifestyle and come back to love, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, as long as you are realigning with that love, right? It just allows us to move past all the bullshit and all the chaos of this world. And no matter what is thrown at you, one of the lines in it is, I don't get mad when my mom smokes pot, hits the bottle and went back to the rock, and it talks about addiction and struggle and pain and, worries about finances and, dogs running away. And it's everyday life, things that people worry about all the time. I can't tell you how many years I worried about my brother or my grandmother's addiction, or, just addiction all around me. I've been watching addiction since I was a small child, even if I didn't realize what it was then. And it wasn't just drugs or alcohol either. It was like with power, with manipulation, with deceit, like addiction can come in many different forms, guys. So, when you hear this song and it's like, no matter what is fucking thrown at you, you can still look at life in a positive light and just live in so much love to the point you're free. It doesn't matter what is thrown at you. And with the number being attached to this, it definitely represents one of those times where your angels need you. Okay, so if you are going through a lot of these 3D existence. Listen, guys, we live in a very dense reality here. So these are things you're going to run into. You're going to worry about your bills. You're going to worry about your kids and your job and your parents and all this other stuff. And that's what breeds fear, but it's moving back into the heart space. So if you've been, worried about this stuff a lot, I'm sorry, y'all. Like they throw so much information at me. My head is having a hard time like really processing everything now without having like physical symptoms. Okay, so it's like one of those things where when we live more in the moment instead of worrying about all this stuff that's going on around us that we really have no control over, maybe some of you are actually mediums. Maybe some of you are very connected to spirit. And even if you're not, you are still connected to your guides, your higher self, and all these beings, these angelic beings that are waiting to communicate with you guys. And you don't have to speak to them the way that I do. You just have to know that they're there and listen to the information that you're receiving. Okay, it can sound like you're talking to yourself. It can come through these messages. And listen, I was even talking to a friend about it yesterday, and he's like, I actually thought about ending my life going through this separation. And you wouldn't think that by scrolling through Facebook, but it's people like you and other inspiring people who are posting these things that kept me pushing through. And it's like, listen, no matter what our lifestyle is, whether we're looking for it or not, those messages are going to be handed to us regardless of how it chooses to show up. So take those messages, whether it is scrolling through Facebook, whether it is driving in the middle of nowhere, or you see it on a billboard, or someone says it to you and you hear it on the radio, whatever it is, take these messages for what they're trying to tell you. Because it doesn't matter how they come through, it just matters that we receive them. It's about being in a point of receiving, Gemini, okay? So they're telling you that with this number, this is a number of hard work and initiative, practical thinking and instinctual knowledge, success, and achieving abundance. So obviously, Gemini has been working really, really hard on cleaning up their life and getting their shit in order. And hey, Hedgie, how are you? And it's like trying to achieve that overall goal of just feeling structured for once, like not feeling all up here, but just here. Like, can I just feel calm for a minute? Can I just feel peaceful for a second without all this craziness and worry and fear going on around me? I just want to feel grounded for a second, right? And it's like, I just want to know that anything that I have been through or have been working through, right, is ultimately going to pay off in the long run. It's ultimately going towards my highest good and bringing more abundance in. And they're telling you all the steps, even if it doesn't feel like it, Gemini, all the steps that you are working through when it comes to releasing, forgiving, and coming to acceptance. These are all things that are hard work. It's hard work. So they're telling you that it's okay going through these processes and going through these experiences where things seem to feel really fucking rough right now, though they're ultimately everything you're going through right now is getting you to that point of achieving abundance, okay? But you need to take the time and effort to connect to your loved ones, connect to your spirit guides, your angels, whatever it is that is, they're waiting on you. They're waiting for you to receive a message, okay? They need you to tap in at this time. Meditation, reflection, yoga, there's so many ways that we can just, it's disconnecting to reconnect, okay? Disconnecting from the computer, disconnecting from the phones, disconnecting from outside sources. Go out in nature, hide up in your room and just, even if you gotta turn on some soft music, but don't look at your phone, just listen. Just take that moment of quiet surrender and listen to what your soul is trying to tell you, okay? Because they have a message that they want you to stop feeling your stress, anxiety, worry, and fear over any financial situations or issues, okay? As these, hold on one second, or any of these issues, as negative emotions and energies block the flow of supply and abundance in your life. So the more that you worry and stress, again, going back to the song, the more that you worry about what your job is up to, like what's the next phase, what is your aunt doing behind the shed? I don't know where that came from. What is grandma doing today? Like when we take all these I actually have not done this format before. This is my first month doing this. But there are tarot readings in July, yes. So go back and take a look. Either way, it's just a different way of doing it. So, sorry guys. But yes, okay, so going back, when we were worried about all these external, there she is, there's my bestie, hey Christian. Yeah, I know, I don't know where that came from, okay, so, it might resonate with someone, I don't know, but listen, they bring weird shit up all the time. So if you have a lot of external things that are just causing chaos right now, when we release that fear and that worry and that control and just allow things to happen naturally as they should and understand it's more from an observant state of mind. We do not have to react or respond to everything that is happening in our lives, right? So when we let go, I'm not going to be able to live this down either. Danny's already on it. So it's one of those things that when we have this fear and this negative emotion tied to anything in our lives, then it's going to stop that flow. It's going to slow down the flow of abundance, okay? But when we choose to come back to the heart space, come back to love, right? And loving is what I got. When you have love to give, love is what you shall receive. And it doesn't matter how love comes, guys, because love is everything good. It's all the feel goods. You know what I'm saying? Whether it is the job you're totally passionate about, whether it is the relationship that makes you feel inspired and to, get up in the morning and create beautiful things to share with other people. And you can see how it'll just flow and just ooze into your environment when you shed love into your life and you allow love to just be. It vibrates, it ripples out, and it touches everything. And it brings a sense of hope. It brings a sense of inspiration and clarity, of purity. And that should be our ultimate goal, is to break past these barriers of fear and, of lack, and just be and understand that when we choose love, we choose to share, to experience, to open ourselves to it, that we have so much more room to create when we don't put limits on ourselves. Okay? So it is also a message that when you focus on positive affirmations and visualizations, intentions, and prayers, your desired outcomes will manifest. Okay? So, hey, Danielle. Oh, good. I'm so glad. But this is also to give your worries over to your angels to transmute and heal, and trust that the work you have been doing will have long-term rewards. So everything that you have been working through, Gemini, is just beautiful. So give yourself credit where credit is due. Give yourself that pat on the back, because you know that what you've been working through is not easy. And even if you feel like I still got work to do, we all do, guys. We all do. It never stops. And it's like one of those things, like even when, I used to say that your job's not done until you get called home, but sometimes we don't get everything done we want in one life. Okay, so that's why we're reincarnated, to come back and learn different versions of the lessons, and that's just what it is. But anyone who chose to be here is a fucking badass. All right, we are strong fucking warriors that chose to come here with a purpose. And anyone who is drawn to videos like this has a stronger purpose, right? We need to be able to stand in our own truth and stand in our light and to say, you know what? This is me, and this is who I choose to be. And I give no fucks what it takes to get to this truest form of self, the most connected to source that I can be. That is getting ourselves closer and closer to consciousness, to real consciousness, not just floating through life. You know what I'm saying? So, if you feel that you have hit a wall or hit a stagnant period, your angels are there to assist you through those. Okay? Amen, Dewey. 0 fucks given. All right. But they are available to assist you with your positive thoughts, wishes, and desires. And the angels counsel you to make thoughtful and meaningful wishes at the moment. So anytime that you start getting hard on yourself, or you start losing faith, or you start becoming doubtful, right? It's like just allowing yourself to get to this point where you can realign with that love and understand that you can call upon your angels and say, yes, I have chosen fear. Yes, in this moment, I had doubt, but I choose to have faith in you. I choose to move forward. I choose to open my heart and understand that maybe this opportunity wasn't the right one, but I know you will present the next one to me. And I will move forward with blind faith, because I know what my soul is speaking to me. I can discern what is right and what is wrong, what feels good, what doesn't. And I choose to move forward to what feels good, to what brings joy, what makes sense to me. Okay? And remain very aware of your reoccurring thoughts as they are being manifested into your life. So if you are having, again, check yourself if you have to. The more we choose fear, the more we're going to have to be fearful of. So when you were choosing love, when you were choosing peace, you are going to see more of that coming in, right? Because whatever we are putting out is being brought back in. So it also encourages you to put your ideas into action, trust yourself and your inner promptings, and begin that new venture or project. Your will and effort will bring about the desired results that you work towards. So especially for those who want to go for that new position. Maybe you want to become an entrepreneur. Maybe you want to start some jewelry business, or, you know, start a little thing at the farmer's market, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat. Maybe you want to start an Etsy page or something, you know. Maybe you want to take over the family business. Okay. Whatever it is that brings your beautiful little heart joy, do it. Start taking necessary steps, even if it's just writing down in your journal, like, this is a dream of mine. What steps do I need to take in order to achieve that goal, right? Just putting it down, letting the universe know, like, hey, this is an interest of mine. I would really like to do this one day. Lead me to it. I trust you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. A lot of us don't trust this world, but that really means we don't trust ourselves, because we have given our power away so many times that we don't even know how to trust our own inner guidance system. When we trust our own inner guidance system, we have a lot more faith in the universe, because we know when those opportunities arise, if it is right or if it's wrong. And if it isn't, it still taught us something, did it not? Every opportunity is there for a good reason to present itself to you for whatever learning experience you need at that moment. Okay? So I hope these messages help. And listen to the song, see what it makes you feel, trust those emotions, okay? And hey, Caitlin, how are you doing, hon? But yeah, listen, there's crazy stuff going on lately, and it's okay. We're all in it together. You are not crazy. You are not alone. And your angels just want to talk to you, and they want to say, hey, fam, it's okay. We got you. You know what I'm saying? Sublime What I Got. And Christian, sorry. Yeah, you know that song. So yeah, it's one of those things where you just need to really, it's ascension to its finest degree, guys. And that's another thing. Listen to your body. Listen to your body, because sometimes we try to push so hard through it, and it can really knock us on our ass. So it's really important that you trust what your body is telling you. If you need a break, take a damn break. If you need to go for a walk, go for a walk. If you need ice cream and wine, have ice cream and wine. I totally did that yesterday. Most people would not know. I mean, it is so up and down. Yesterday, I was knocked on my ass. Even this morning, I felt funky. And then I was just like, you know what? Spirit's got messages. Let's go, Spirit. Okay? So do what you got to do. And, you know, it's okay, because we have to take care of our mind, body, and soul. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, Caitlin. So yes, very much listen to your body. I hardly got out of bed yesterday, and I was perfectly fine with it. Like, okay, I guess we're having a down day then. Fuck everything else. So you just got to do what you got to do. If your body needs rest, give it rest, because and whatever you need, just do it. Just do it, and don't feel bad about it, because we're all going through some major shifts, and it's just normal. But if we don't listen to our body and what our soul needs at this time and do that reflection work, then we're only hindering and hurting ourselves in the process. So do what you got to do, okay? But use your time wisely. Like, if you're using, you know, having that downtime, make sure you're actually resting. Make sure that you are not like over, you know, analyzing things. Make sure that you're creating a nice, quiet, sacred space for yourself. You know, if you feel like you gotta watch something that's inspirational and not like low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? So again, just use it wisely. Okay. Hey, Lonnie, how are you? So yeah, guys, I know. Stop judging, Danny. It is what it is. Girls do these things. And it's normal. I might be doing it with Christian tonight, okay? Like regression, ice cream, beer, wine, whatever. I mean, I got things on deck. So, yeah, we'll see. Who knows? Well, girls' night, okay? Might even do a mask. Who knows? Okay. But anyway, I love you guys. Gemini's is definitely the longest. And yes, I accept my weirdness too. So yes, and I love you guys so much. Make sure that if you resonate with these messages to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates with you. And I wish you all the very best of luck, and I hope you have an amazing day. All right. Guys.